What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here, Aqua Life Baby, you already know. So I'm playing some raizers right now. I just wanted to see if I could do some good with them. I can show you my deck afterwards, but I just wanted to see if I could just do some good with them. I know that they're at the bottom of the totem pole right now. Oh my gosh, I love this hand. Um, but I was playing a few games with them, getting just trying to just trying out this build, getting my butt whipped. It's kind of like if you don't ride Perfect Riser, you kind of lose. They don't have a really good back. I mean, Battledore Rider is better, it's basically a better backup ride, but then obviously you lose out on your multi attacks, and you have to change your attack patterns and whatnot, and it's hard. And then you're sitting there trying to fish for Perfect Riser, but again, you don't have draw, you don't really have defense, so um, yeah, playing risers is not exactly easy. Now, here in this situation, I'm not going to use his ability because there's no card I really want. I really like Riser Custom better on the rear guard circle, so we're just going to swing with him. I'm not going to use his ability at all, and you don't need to because I'm going second. What I was even saying that. But we did get High Power Riser Custom, another one. That's pretty nice. Alright, so we're in turn there. Damage it. Now he's probably going to ride Berserk Dragon like they always do. Yep, just draw a card for free. But I want to do some good with risers. Just want to see what we could get. What we could get out of them. We're probably just gonna eat this damage. Hopefully, hit a trigger. Nope, no trigger. We'll take this one. Take this one as well. Gets an overlord. Okay, that's cool. Oh, damage another perfect riser. That's fine. As long as we have a perfect riser to ride, I'm happy. So we're gonna play run high powered riser custom. Riser custom. We're bringing battle riser out of the soul. Now, generally against Kagero, you don't want to. Sometimes you're like, I don't want to call rear guards out because they're going to just burn it all, blow it away. And now I can save some of these cards for a push turn, right? Yeah. And he's probably gonna blow up the booster behind my Vanguard anyways. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw out one of my Iron Killers and see where it takes me here. So I'm going to go ahead and so I don't have his ability goes off, so I'm gonna swing 9 rear guard here. Just clear his board off a bit, and I'm gonna swing 15 at his Vanguard. He's gonna no guard that. I'm not gonna hit a trigger, so there's no point in me resetting it. He hits a trigger, and so I'll just pass my turn here and just end it there. Getting this card off the board, getting the sort of Raupa off the board, I think was pretty nice, because he can get big when we start retiring. Now he puts his first force marker on his rearguard circle. Not sure why, but I guess for another real, but not too sure. So he is gonna blow up our battle riser, which is unfortunate, but it comes with the territory. Um, Now he's swinging 13k at my Vanguard. Now I don't really have anything. Now I could take it, or I could block it, and he can't restand. So I'm gonna no guard this because he can't restand. And he does hit a crit, which really sucks for us. Now maybe if we could hit a draw trigger, that's really good. Draw one and a front trigger. Okay, that's really good for what we did. Now he can only attack this common. He can only attack it twice, so that's fine. We'll just let it die. That's okay. We did get lucky with that. Alright, so now it's our turn. Now we gotta put on some pressure. Now us drawing maximum rise is really good, and I've actually been considering just bumping him up again, maybe taking out some things. But we're gonna ride perfect riser here. We're going to grab our Excel circle, activate our Excel circle, and Maximum Riser is instantly going on the Excel circle. Probably the best attacker that Risers has in terms of just pure, raw power. Um, we're going to call Riser Custom here. Yeah, so we're actually going to have a really good turn right here. Riser Custom here. Now we could call Cup Bowler in front of him, or we can call Iron Killer. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to call, because he's a force, so we're gonna have to. So we do have to make numbers. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call Cup Bowler, in front, and I'm gonna call my grade 3 to the side. So Cup Bowler, because I have a hero on board, will give 5,000 power. Now I know I don't have a booster behind my Vanguard, but that's fine. That's not the point. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pressure him in a bit of a different fashion. So going into our battle phase, we're going to have, let's see, because I'm swinging 17 with you, you're 14 and 8, so I'll be swinging 22 at your Vanguard right here. And maybe he'll take it, maybe he won't, maybe he'll block it. Alright, so he does throw down the crit trigger to block it, which is cool because bait out a nice shield. We're going to throw 32 at his Vanguard. He's probably going to take this attack. Yep. No trigger was hit. That's a grade 3 out of his deck. Nice. Now my Vanguard can't hit his Vanguard, but what we can do is we can swing 12 at his rear guard. And we're going to use this skill and restand our units here. And we're going to swing 12 at his rear guard. He's going to no guard us. He's going to let us hit. Now if we can hit a front trigger, that'd be nice. No front triggers. That's fine. But we get to use his skill. We get to countercharge 1, and we can give a card plus 5k. And I'm going to go ahead and give Battledore Fighter another plus 5,000 power. So we're going to swing with, so this is 24 and 8. It's 22. It's 22. So they're all 22 swings. So we'll swing 22 at his Vanguard first. Alright. Swing another 22 at his Vanguard. Alright. And we're gonna swing 32 at his Vanguard, get another damage on board. Alright, cool. Pretty strong turn right there that we got. Pretty strong turn that we got there on his Vanguard. Now he does ride Waterfall, which is very, very unfortunate. Because we do have a and then the Ryopa I know is going to get power, but all we have in our hands now, his grade 3 is going to be 33k. We can put out 32 and 42, and then maybe throw out a grade 2 and intercept. All right, bar, retire something. That's a grade 2. I guess that it has to be grade 2 or less. I mean, it's area, but so yeah, you know you can't retire him. You gotta read your cards, buddy. So now I'm not liking the situation. I don't like fighting. I don't like fighting against Dragonic Waterfall with a force marker. But he's going to be 33, unless he tosses a booster down behind him. I'm going to give him a 2 to pass. That's what I can afford. He's thinking. So while he's thinking, I don't know what kind of build he's going for, but again, if he doesn't hit a heal trigger, we're okay because he's at 4 damage. We're at where we're at, he's kind of at where we want. We're going to be giving up at least 3 cards from our hand this turn to block the waterfall. Okay, so now he's going boss well. So he only have 4 cards in his hand. He has to kill us this turn because he definitely won't have enough to stop our rush. Now he does have a Spillover Dragon who is going to definitely do some work. All right, so that's 33k plus crit. I'm gonna block 32, 42, and 47. So that's a 2 to pass. Alright, he hits a draw trigger. That's not something we wanted to see, to be honest. And he's stacking all on Vanguard. Okay, didn't hit. Great. And he's swinging at our rear guard. So he's probably just gonna go for some type of kill. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Now, regardless if he swings at my Vanguard or my rear guard, well, he has to swing at my Vanguard to do that. We're going to take the damage. We're just going to take it. He's going to use spillover. He's going to lose an intercept. He's going to kill Riser Custom. That's fine. It's fine with me. Now, if we draw, oh, we drew Rocket Hammer Man. That's a good draw. All right, so now we have to finish him off this turn because we will lose if we don't. So we're gonna put Excel Circle here. We're gonna boost Rocket Hammer Man, and we are going to call our draw trigger here. He gets an inherent plus 5,000 power. Because he's gonna, and we're gonna have this column be one of our main attacking columns. So entering into the battle phase, I'm gonna start off by throwing 14k here. Reason why I'm throwing 14k is because he's gonna be our restand target for our riser. And we're going to be able to Soul Blast 1, and he's going to get the boost, and it's going to be a 27k column. But we're just going to force a card out of his hands right now. Now we can throw 24 at him and then restand, or we can throw another poke at him with Iron Killer. And I'm thinking that we should just throw another poke at him with Iron Killer. Because we're not guaranteed to hit a trigger, and right now we're getting a guaranteed card out of his hand. Okay, good. Now we can get some guaranteed damage right here for 24. And he didn't hit a trigger, great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to swing 17 at his Vanguard. We're going to counterblast 2, excuse me. And we're going to restand and restand. So he needs a 5k for a 1 to pass. Yep. And rather it's a 1 to pass, yeah. 1 to pass, okay. Front trigger, all effects, and that. And he does hit a heal trigger on 6, which is very unfortunate for us. But we hit the front trigger, so 34 to his 23. He has to take it, and GG's. Yeah. So I think that was a pretty well played out game. The thing I'm seeing with risers right now is that, like, yeah, Kagero definitely they will blow up a rear guard depending on how many retires they have, but one thing Kagero can't handle itself in effect is pressure. He had to go into waterfall kind of that turn. Now I probably most likely would have lost if he had placed his force mark on his Vanguard circle during his first Overlord ride, because then his unit would have been swinging for 43, and I would have had to block, and I would have seeing how my hand was, I probably would have only had enough for maybe a 1 to pass, and he probably would have broke that. But I don't know. Maybe he put up the force marker for his grade 1 to attack with. Maybe if he didn't put the force marker there, then he probably wouldn't have dealt me as much damage because that card probably wouldn't have hit. But nevertheless, being able to block the 1 waterfall was really good, and he decided to he banked his trigger on his Vanguard and it didn't work. Obviously, it kind of came down to that, but the one thing that he had trouble dealing with was pressure, and I think that's what risers have to do. Is like you do have to get your pressure out, and hitting the front trigger was really good because even without the front trigger, we still were able to deal him a 6 point of damage, but the the pressure that we were getting throughout the game is good. And again, Kagero can't deal with Kagero applies pressure, but it's kind of hard for it to deal with pressure. Same with risers, so to speak. Because risers are just throwing out pressure. Kagero is kind of like more of a controlled type pressure. But I think that if you just sit there and start wailing on Kagero, they're not going to have such a huge hand, and that's why most Kagero decks run 6 draw and 6 crit. For that factor. But drawing into Rocket Hammerman was really good for us. I really, definitely a strong card with Cup Bowler. Um, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Um, and again, you kind of want to finish off Kagero before they start their whole waterfall chains and whatnot. Now the deck I'm running, I'm definitely going to change it up. Obviously area is more for testing, but I'm running 7 fronts and 5 draws. I want to see the front triggers often. The draw triggers are nice, but again, like in that situation, a front trigger definitely put me over the threshold to win the game. So it's why I felt like valuing. I mean, getting one more draw is okay, but having extra front triggers, I feel was pretty necessary in that regard. Custom and Jet Riser, obviously obvious for I was the best grade ones in the deck. Rocket Hammer Man, he's a decent card when boosting like Cup Bowler or Battle Door. Otherwise, he's just a vanilla 8K booster, but he does come in handy, especially since we've decided to make Cup Bowler one of our main attackers. Him just being an inherent +5 is to me pretty strong. Trans Riser sucks. Um, again, Cup Bowler, I just like him, just inherent +5, just hits numbers. Iron Killer again hits numbers. High Power Riser Custom, I'm definitely not his biggest fan outside of outside of the grade 2 ride. He's a decent card. I know he's a double rare, but he's a decent card, but he's not a great card because if you're boosting him with, Riser Custom, he's better to be boosted by a Jet Riser whose ability has gone off because then it's 17k. Now, if you're making 17k lanes against Protect and Excel, well, then that's pretty good in itself. But other than that, 17k on Force is not going to, get the job done. But he's okay. I really value Iron Killer in him more. Burst Riser is okay, but I don't like the fact that he only gets a 3k when you're at 3. When your opponent's at 4 damage or more. Uh, but Burst Riser is good for some early game pressure, but he's more for early game and whatnot. But I think that subbing him out for Cup Bowler is probably a bit better in the long run. Just so you have more stable columns and such. Um, Battle Door is my backup ride. Maximum Razor, I only want to see him on the rearguard circle, but like I said, I think I might cut down on high powered riser custom maybe, and put maximum riser 2, because on the Excel circle or even just on a regular rearguard circle, this guy is just such a powerful attacker, and if you have to ride him, I'm in this situation for where risers are at in the game right now, I'm willing to at this point, right, they're at the bottom. Right now they're at the bottom. They're struggling, so to speak. They definitely need some milk. But at this point, I'm willing to risk having to ride maximum riser, um, than not having him at 2, in order to see a really strong attacker. That 32k on the Excel circle is nothing to scoff at. Even 22k without an Excel circle is strong in itself as well. So I'm going to be tinkering around with this 2-2 lineup and maybe 3 him, because again, Cup Bowler and Iron Killer are just so much more valuable in hitting numbers and getting off pressure more so than high powered Riser Custom. Riser Custom is really just a clutch really just a clutch ride. And as actually a matter of fact, this is better because Trans Riser just freaking sucks. And I don't want to run him because I want some shielding. I wish I could run her. I really wish I could run Queen of Heart. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna go with 2-2 and 4 Riser Custom, and 1 Trans Riser for Rocket Hammer Man, and 4 and 4 here. So yeah. But that's been the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna be working on risers some more. Um, I'll probably have another video with risers of me just playing some games, obviously with some live commentary. So that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. And you already know, Aqua Life, baby.